for Team One. My name is Oscar.
I'm Carly.
I'm Johnny.
Cesar.
These are our simulation results for the
So one of the biggest things we learned from this simulation is how much HR decisions affect a company's success. Our team, Oscar, Carly, John, and I, focused on compensation, well-being, and talent management. We tried to look beyond just the numbers and really think about the people side of things. In this presentation, we'll go over what we did, the results we got, and why those results happened. Ultimately, our choices helped boost profitability while also creating a stronger, happier, and more innovative workplace.
Our first KPI, we have innovativeness. We found that it was the leader of all other KPIs in terms of improvement overall. We believe spending on talent management was a main driver for this KPI. Even though we did not spend much in this category compared to the other two, representing only about 12.2% of our total expenditures, we did go with option 6 in the first quarter to test the waters. The results were disappointing, and we decided that a simple but effective approach would be more than enough to reach satisfactory results. So, when we chose option 4, which created a quote, a systematic job posting and selection process for transfers and promotions, ensures fairness and performance-related decisions about employees' job changes, we knew that this would be justified and sufficient. We continue receiving great feedback from management. To our surprise, it was the area that most improved. We can see this represented on these line charts showing our spending on talent management versus changes in innovativeness quarter on. Consistent improvement is seen, and we ended with a 78% improvement from quarter 1 to quarter 8. Now we will look at our second key performance indicator.
Our second key performance indicator that we chose is well-being. We decided to analyze the sector of the simulation because it seemed to be the least impacted and improved indicator. The line graph on the left of the screen displays the cumulative overall spending on the company's well-being compared to its effect. As you can see, the gradual allocation of $50,000 spent to support this sector caused a slow and moderate change in the workers' overall happiness and well-being. The chart on the right gives a better visual display on how the allotment of money for this division caused a consistent but very uniform increase in the percentage of well-being at this simulated company. The overall progressive change in this sector can be related to a few decisions our group took while participating in the simulation. We believe that although the constant but successful $50,000 allocation to help this sector showed a steady and uniform increase in the well-being of workers, it did not allow our group to test whether or not an increase in budgeting would offer better results. Therefore, this was the least impacted area due to the lack of variation in the simulation options chosen. Now, for our third KPI, we chose turnover. Through our simulation results and findings, turnover happened to be the most impacted and improved key performance indicator. In the chart on the right, we compile the simulation results into a table that compares the total spendings per quarter against the percentage of turnover change that occurred. Our data in this graph is interesting because we implied an $85,000 increase to the compensation department after quarter 2 to decrease the overall turnover. Our simulation group decided that the workers needed a larger compensation incentive to help increase their morale and positively influence new stimuluses within the company. Although we allocated more money to the percentage that changed was practically indifferent from the following quarters, where we found that a $95,000 was our sweet spot, which we entered from quarters 3 to 5. Our findings showed that spending a quota of about $95 to $100,000 to decrease the turnover KPI actually offered the biggest and most impactful percentage change from all other sectors.
To add more color to the story, we originally began by giving the employees a COLA or a cost of living adjustment included in their pay package. However, after some feedback from management, we decided to include them in profit sharing to further incentivize more strategic alignment on the accomplishments of the employees and the company itself. A further boosted employee satisfaction was a key player in keeping employees in our company. To further advance those goals, we decided to drop the profit sharing for stock compensation to ensure that employees are aware and care for the company's value and performance. Their ownership in the company becomes as valuable as they want it to be, depending on the work they decide to put in. Now we can wrap up our presentation. Yeah.
One of the biggest reasons turnover went down was our choice to steadily increase compensation across the quarters. As pay and rewards improved, employees felt more valued and were less likely to leave the company. This created more loyalty and stability in our workforce, which also reduced the challenges and costs that come with replacing employees. Moving from turnover to well being, we also saw steady improvements in how employees felt at work. Well being rose because we invested in work life balance programs like stress management, health support. These programs showed employees that the company cared about them, both inside and outside of work. Over time, the data showed well being scores increasing quarter by quarter, which meant our efforts to reduce stress and improve conditions were successful. A healthier and happier workforce also became more motivated and more productive. In addition to well being, innovativeness showed the biggest growth out of all the results. It was the most successful, but we didn't put a lot of money into it. This happened because we invested in talent management and training programs. These programs gave employees the chance to build new skills and feel confident about sharing their ideas. As a result, creativity rose and the company became more innovative and forward thinking. The increase in innovation matched the quarters where we boosted talent spending, which shows that our choices directly cause this improvement. To bring this all together, our strategy of improving pay, supporting well being, and building talent worked hand in hand to create strong results. Employees stayed longer at work, they felt better with their jobs, and contributed more creative ideas. These positive changes not only strengthened the workforce, but it also improved everyone's productivity, probability, and the overall success of the company. Thank you.